Hey everyone, I'm your mayor, Glenn Grandis, and this is this week's Mayor's Message, where we go over what's going on in the Planning Commission and what's going on with your City Council. First, let's cover the Planning Commission, because that one's kind of simple. So for the months of June and July, the Planning Commission meetings have been canceled, and the next Planning Commission meeting is scheduled for August the 14th. So let's talk about what happened at the last City Council meeting. So first off, we had a City of Kindness Award presented to Dan Filer, who's starting a new Pop Warner football league in our city. He's also a great volunteer. He's been the president of the bingo group over at Fountain Valley High School and has helped raise millions of dollars, literally millions, for all of the different clubs on campus at Fountain Valley High School. So we thank you, Dan Filer. We also had a presentation from Rob Frizzell on the customer satisfaction survey. The results are all in now and the survey is closed. If you want details on the results, you could hit our city website. And one thing that they also have, which is included, is all the comments that everybody made. So if you want to see everybody's comments, check out the website. Next, we did a proclamation for Chief Shepard. So Chief Shepard, good for him, has retired. Bad for the city because he was such a great police chief and we're going to miss him. So congratulations, Chief Shepard, on your retirement. Very much appreciated. All right, let's go on to the business part of the meeting next. So we had a investment policy that we improved and the guidelines for how we invest the funds of the city. The city has over $100 million in pooled cash and investments, and there are very strict requirements on how we invest that money. It has to be safe and secure, but also give us a little bit of a return on the money that we have. So we approved that. Next, we approved a resolution for our Police Officers Association, basically our labor agreement. So we have a new labor agreement, a new 3-year agreement with our POA, our police officers. So that is something I'm real happy about. Next, we approved the CityNet contract. The CityNet is our outreach organization that we use for the unhoused in our community. So they do a really good job in reaching out and making sure that those that are unhoused in our community find out the resources are available, and the ultimate goal is to get them into long-term housing. Next was a consulting agreement with JPW where they do marketing communications for the city. For us, it's so important to make sure our residents know what's going on in the city, and they're going to help supplement our outreach for the community. All right, let's talk about what is to expect at the next City Council meeting. First, we have a presentation from our Parks Department because it's Parks Makes Life Better Month. We'll have a proclamation for that. Next is we're going to have a labor agreement, hopefully a labor agreement with our Police Officers Managers Unit. So we talked about the police officers, now we have the Police Officers Managers Unit. As mentioned, we have our police chief is retiring and we're going to have a new interim police chief. So we'll have a contract ready for that at the next council meeting as well. All right, let's talk now about some of the fun things that are coming up. So first off, tomorrow, July 11th, right here at the sports park on the Great Lawn, we're going to have our first concerts in the park, and that'll be every Thursday in July. We are also going to have from the Chamber of Commerce, starting at 5 o'clock tomorrow, right here as part of the concerts, their Business Expo. See some of the top businesses in our community, and there should be some fun giveaways. So bring your chairs, come early, and have a good time with that. Next, on July 18th, we're going to have the Mayor's Breakfast. That's where we give lots of great information on what's going on in the city, and we're going to have a guest speaker, retired Hawthorne Police Chief Michael Ishii. We had the Mayor's Breakfast over at UCI Health Fountain Valley, the former Fountain Valley Regional Hospital. It starts at 8 a.m., no RSVP required. And the good news is we have a breakfast and we have a recommended donation of only $2, and that all goes to the Fountain Valley Community Foundation. Next thing is the City Hall is a potential, or has a pilot for a 410 schedule. Right now, we close every other Friday. So what we're going to try out for 6 months is closing every Friday and then expanding our hours Monday through Thursday. So we'll be opening up early and we'll be staying open later every day. So if you work, this way you could still come over to City Hall before we close. The final thing I want to tell you about is the very important town hall that we have coming up here at the Fountain Valley Rec Center on August the 7th at 6:30. We're going to be talking about the unhoused situation we have in our city. We're going to bring it together all of the stakeholders. So it'll be the Fountain Valley Police Department, the City of Fountain Valley, the Sheriff's Department, Orange County Sheriff's Department, CityNet, who does our homeless outreach. We'll have our navigation center, the new navigation center here, just all the stakeholders where we could go over some of the new rulings that came from the Supreme Court, what we can and what we cannot do, and then as well as hearing from our residents. That's the most important part. Once you're informed of what we can and can't do, we want your feedback. So look forward to that. All right, next we're going to have a special guest, Andrea from the Parks Department, to tell us more about concerts in the park. All right, I'm here with Andrea Zepeda, our recreations coordinator, and we're here to talk about concerts in the park. So, Andrea, tell us, when are the concerts in the park?
Cool. So concerts are typically in July during every year. They are every Thursday starting July 11th. We have the Dreamboats. It's a high energy 50s, 60s rock and pop band. Then we have Tijuana Dogs on July 18th.
Tijuana Dogs. That's
Yes,
awesome. All right, that's going to be
they're
fun.
a typical like all cover band. And
Right.
then DSB is a Journey tribute band on July 25th.
Right. Tijuana Dogs was at Summerfest, and man, they drew some crowd. That was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yes.
So on the first meeting is the 11th. That's when we're going to do the Chamber Business Expo, right?
Yes, so we're hosting our business expo on July 11th. It starts at 5 o'clock. The Chamber of Commerce comes out. They bring different businesses with them from the community to host their little expo out here in the field. And if you get here at 5 o'clock, you can check them all out.
Oh, at 5 o'clock. I'm glad you said that. I talked a little bit about it earlier and I forgot the time. So that's perfect. So what can people expect if somebody hasn't been to a concert in the park before? So what does it cost to go?
So our concerts are completely free.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, and pretty much this whole field and that field gets packed with people. You could bring your lawn chairs, blankets, a picnic. We'll also have different food vendors here, and of course live music.
Exactly. All right. And then I hear about an event that potentially is in October. So we're going to have Rocktober, another event on a Friday in October, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna host our first ever Rocktoberfest. We're still trying to iron out all the details since it is our first one, but we're looking to have kind of like maybe like a trunk or treat or something Halloweenish for the kids.
Oh, fun.
But
Okay.
once we figure that all out, we'll start posting about it on all our social media.
Awesome. Now, should people get here early for the concerts?
Yes, get here early, bring your blankets, your chairs. Feel free to set up anywhere out on the grass because we do fill up pretty much everywhere.
All right. And what about parking? Do we charge for parking?
No, parking's free.
Everything's free. Wow,
Yes.
I like that. Okay. All right. Anything else we should know about the concerts?
I mean, we're just thankful for all our sponsors and all the people that help put it on. It's exciting and it's perfect for Parks Make Life Better month in July.
All right, so you heard it right from Andrea. Everybody come on out for concerts in the park. And that's this week's Mayor's Message. I'm your Mayor, Glenn Grandis. Thanks for joining. We'll see you next time.